Across Africa's vast and varied landscapes, from the arid deserts of the Sahara to the lush rainforests of the Congo, a powerful connection exists between the seen and unseen worlds. For millennia, African societies have turned to ancient divination practices, a sacred art of seeking knowledge from the divine, the ancestors, and spirits of the earth. Divination is more than just a method of fortune-telling. It's a bridge between the past, present, and future, a way to commune with forces that guide the destiny of individuals and entire communities. From the complex Ifa oracle of the Yoruba in Nigeria to the bone-throwing sangomas of Southern Africa, these practices are as diverse as the continent itself. In this video, we'll journey through the rich scenery of African divination practices. We'll uncover the secrets of these ancient traditions, explore their cultural significance, and understand how they continue to shape the lives of millions today. Did you know that in certain African communities, the movement of animals, the patterns in the sand, and even the flight of birds can reveal the will of the gods? Or that some divination practices are so ancient they predate the pyramids of Egypt? Join me as I unlock the mysteries, challenge the myths, and delve into the profound wisdom of African divination. The journey begins now. Before we dive into the specific practices, let's take a moment to understand divination. At its core, divination is a practice that transcends mere fortune-telling. It is a sacred art, a dialogue with the divine, where hidden truths about the past, present, or future are revealed through symbols, patterns, and rituals. Across Africa, divination seeks wisdom and guidance from forces beyond the physical world, whether it be the spirits of ancestors, deities, or natural elements. It's a way of making sense of life's mysteries and finding answers to questions that lie beyond human understanding. The history of divination in African societies is as ancient as the continent itself. For centuries, it has played a vital role in decision-making, from personal choices to matters of state. Kings and chiefs often relied on diviners to guide them in the times of war, to bless their reigns, and to communicate with the spirits that protect their people. But divination isn't reserved only for the powerful. In villages and towns across Africa, it is a deeply personal and communal act where individuals seek insight into their health, relationships, and future. The diviner acts as a mediator, interpreting the will of the unseen forces and offering guidance rooted in spiritual wisdom. Divination practices are deeply intertwined with spirituality and religion. They are not just about predicting events, but about maintaining harmony with the universe, understanding one's place within the cosmic order, and fulfilling spiritual obligations. In the heart of African culture, divination is a testament to the belief that the physical and spiritual world are interconnected. It's a reminder that every action and decision is part of a larger divine plan, and through the ancient art of divination, one can glimpse the threads of this plan woven through time and space. Now, with this understanding in mind, let's journey deeper into the continent and explore the diverse and fascinating world of African divination practices, one tradition at a time. Now, our journey into the world of African divination begins in Nigeria, home to one of the most sophisticated and revered divination systems, Ifa. Ifa is not just a divination practice, it is a profound spiritual system deeply embedded in Yoruba culture. Originating thousands of years ago, Ifa is both a way of understanding the universe and a means of communicating with the Orishas, the deities who govern the forces of nature and the destiny of humanity. Central to Ifa divination is the Babalawo, the priest diviner who serves as a bridge between the human and divine realms. Through years of rigorous training, the Babalawo masters the Odu Ifa, a corpus of wisdom containing the secrets of the universe. Using palm nuts or the divining chain known as Opele, the Babalawo invokes the Orishas and interprets their messages to guide individuals and communities. During a divination session, the Babalawo seeks answers to the client's questions, whether they relate to health, wealth, relationships, or spiritual growth. The divination process is a sacred act, one that connects the individual to the wisdom of the ancestors and the will of the gods. Ifa divination is a cornerstone of Yoruba spirituality, providing guidance and insight that resonate far beyond the individual, touching the very fabric of the community. Now, we travel south to the lands of the Zulu, where another powerful form of divination is practiced by the Sangomas, spiritual healers and guardians of ancestral wisdom. Sangomas hold a revered place in Zulu society. They are not only diviners but also healers, using their deep connection to the ancestors to diagnose illness, resolve conflicts, and provide spiritual guidance. Central to their practice is the art of throwing bones, a divination method that involves casting bones, shells, and other sacred objects onto a mat and interpreting the patterns in which they fall. Each object in the Sangoma's collection carries its own meaning, representing different aspects of life, such as ancestors, health, love, and protection. When thrown together, the arrangement of these objects reveals messages from the spiritual realm, guiding the Sangoma in their counsel. For the Zulu and many other South African peoples, Sangoma divination is deeply intertwined with ancestral veneration. It is through the bones that the ancestors speak, offering wisdom and healing to the living. Moving westward, we encounter another ancient divination practice, cowrie shell divination, a method that has long been practiced by various West African peoples, including the Yoruba, Akan, and the Igbo. Cowrie shells, once used as currency, hold significant spiritual power in many African cultures. In divination, the shells are cast onto a surface, and the patterns they form are interpreted by the diviner. Each position and orientation of the shell has a specific meaning, revealing insights into the client's life, challenges, and future. This method of divination is not only a way to seek guidance, but also a means of connecting with the spiritual world. The practice has transcended borders, influencing Afro-Caribbean and Afro-Brazilian spiritual traditions, where the cowrie shells continue to serve as a bridge between the human and the divine. Cowrie shell divination is a testament to the adaptability and resilience of African spiritual practices, enduring across continents and centuries. Our exploration will not be complete without mentioning other remarkable divination systems that have shaped the spiritual landscapes of Africa. In Togo, the Ewe and Fon peoples practice Fa divination, a system that shares similarities with Ifa, using palm nuts and complex mathematical sequences to reveal divine wisdom. Meanwhile, in ancient Egypt, divination was an integral part of religious life, where priests and oracles interpreted the will of the gods to guide the rulers of one of history's greatest civilizations. These diverse practices, each with its own unique methods and meanings, form a rich tapestry of spiritual knowledge that continues to influence and inspire millions across Africa and beyond. At the heart of Africa's divination lies a deep connection to the ancestors, a bond that transcends space and time, linking the living with the spirits of those who came before. In many African cultures, divination is more than just a means of predicting the future. It is a sacred act of communication with the ancestors and spirits. Through rituals, offerings, and the casting of sacred objects, diviners seek the wisdom and guidance of those who have passed on, believing that the ancestors hold the keys to understanding the challenges of the present and the mysteries of the future. Ancestral veneration is deeply intertwined with African divination practices. The ancestors are seen as guidance of the family and community, intermediaries between the divine and the earthly realms. By honoring them through divination, people not only seek their protection but also ensure that the ancestral wisdom is passed down through generations. But the significance of divination extends beyond the spiritual realm. It plays a crucial role in the social fabric of African communities, from conflict resolution to guidance in governance. Divination serves as a tool for maintaining harmony and order within society. Diviners are often called upon to mediate disputes, offering solutions that are believed to be divinely inspired. Their role is not only to predict outcomes, but to provide counsel that aligns with the moral and spiritual values of the community. Leaders, whether they are village chiefs or kings, frequently consult diviners before making important decisions, ensuring that their actions are in harmony with the will of the gods and the ancestors. In addition to conflict resolution and governance, divination is deeply connected to healing, whether addressing physical ailments, emotional distress, or spiritual imbalances. Diviners use their gifts to restore harmony within individuals and the broader community. These rituals often involve the entire community, reinforcing the bonds of kinship and collective responsibility. Beyond its immediate functions, divination is a powerful means of preserving cultural, historical, and spiritual knowledge. In many African societies, the wisdom contained within divination practices is an oral tradition, passed down from generation to generation, ensuring that the stories, values, and beliefs of the community endure. The symbols, stories, and rituals of divination carry within them the essence of a people's identity. They are not just tools for divination, but are also repositories of history, ethics, and spirituality. As these practices are handed down, they preserve the memory of the ancestors, the lessons of the past, and the hopes for the future. Even in today's rapidly changing world, African divination practices continue to evolve, adapting new contexts while preserving their core essence. They remain a vital link to the past, a source of guidance in the present, and a beacon of wisdom for the future. As we explore the rich and diverse world of African divination, it's crucial to confront the misconceptions that have clouded understanding of these sacred practices. In popular media, African divination is often portrayed through a distorted lens, misrepresented as primitive, sinister, or mere superstition. These portrayals not only fail to capture the true essence of African divination, but also perpetuate harmful stereotypes. Contrary to these misconceptions, African divination is a sophisticated and deeply spiritual practice rooted in a profound understanding of the human experience and the natural world. It is a means of seeking wisdom, healing, and harmony, not a tool of fear or manipulation. Diviners are not figures of mystery or fear. They are respected members of their communities, serving as healers, counselors, and spiritual guides. The objects they use, whether bones, shells, or texts, are not magical relics, but sacred tools that help them connect with the spiritual realm and interpret the will of the ancestors and deities. Approaching African divination with respect and cultural sensitivity is essential. These practices are not just cultural artifacts, they are living traditions imbued with deep spiritual significance and tied to the identity and heritage of the communities that practice them. It is important to recognize that divination practices are deeply personal and sacred. For many, they are a way of life, integral to their understanding of the world and their place within it. When engaging with these traditions, whether through study, observation, or participation, it is crucial to do so with humility and reverence. Respecting these practices means listening to the voices of those who hold this knowledge, understanding their significance beyond mere curiosity, and acknowledging the spiritual truths they convey. It is about seeing African divination not as a relic of the past, but as a vibrant, living tradition that continues to offer wisdom and guidance in the modern world. By dispelling myths and approaching these practices with the cultural sensitivity they deserve, we can gain a deeper, more authentic understanding of African divination, a profound and enduring legacy that continues to inspire and guide countless people across the African continent and beyond. As we draw our journey to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound wisdom embedded in these ancient practices. From the intricate patterns of Ifa divination in Yoruba culture to the sacred rituals of the Sangomas in South Africa, and the timeless use of cowrie shells across West Africa, each of these traditions offer a unique window into the spiritual world, a world where the past, present, and future are intricately woven together. Throughout this video, we've explored the rich tapestry of African divination practices, each deeply rooted in its people's cultural and spiritual heritage. These practices are not just tools for prediction, but sacred rituals that connect individuals to their ancestors, guide communities through challenges, and preserve the wisdom of generations. We've seen how divination plays a crucial role in society, from offering counsel and healing to ensuring the continuity of cultural knowledge. And we've addressed the importance of approaching these practices with respect and cultural sensitivity, recognizing their deep spiritual significance and the living traditions they represent. In a world where misunderstandings and misconceptions often cloud our view of the unfamiliar, it's vital to approach different spiritual practices with an open mind and heart. African divination is a testament to the richness of human spirituality, a reminder that there are countless ways to seek understanding, guidance, and connection in this vast and diverse world. If this journey has sparked your curiosity or deepened your appreciation for these traditions, I encourage you to continue exploring. There is so much more to learn and understand about the spiritual practices that shape cultures and communities in Africa. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insightful explorations into Africa's spiritual practices. If you have any thoughts, questions, or personal experiences with African divination, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation and share in this journey of discovery together. Thank you for joining me, and may the wisdom of the ancestors guide you on your path. This is the House of Horus, signing out.